And first of all, I want to let the whole world know it is officially now my birthday. And thank you all for the happy birthdays in the comment section or what have you. Now, here's what the news didn't tell you. Now, you remember when that whole boat incident happened in Montgomery, right? And you guys know that I went to Florida to visit my parents, right? For Thanksgiving. On November the 21st, they arrested the guy. The one who got jumped. The black guy who got jumped on the dock, who was the worker, who threw his hat in the air. That's my family. I never knew until I showed up in Florida and my cousin from Eufaula, Alabama was there. Cookie. And Cookie told me that that's our family. And she called her brother, who was my cousin Flippy. And Flip told her what was going on, because Flip was down in Alabama, we was in Florida, and he was telling us what was happening. And the guy name is Damian Prickett, and that's who threw the hat in the air and everything. So Damian is family to us. That's our family. Now, I don't hang out with Damian. I remember him way back in the day, like much younger. And the guy that jumped in the water, that's his cousin. I mean, that's his uncle. And that was his nephew that jumped in the water and swam over there to help him. So that's our other cousin. He jumped in the water to jump out there to help him. So, of course, he got my blood in his veins. That's why they went and got down like they did. But that's my cousins. So now I'm like, oh man, that's my cousins. So I was like, I never knew that. Granted. So now it moves on to something further. After this incident goes down, everything went off the news. So they never told you guys what was happening. So on November the 21st, they came and arrested Damian because the white guy who jumped him and hit him on film pressed charges. Sounds real stupid, don't it? That man would press charges when he the one that set it off. But here's why the white guy pressed charges. He pressed charges because, thank you. He pressed charges because he has a restaurant in Selma, Alabama. He's from Selma. That white guy that jumped out and punched him and started hitting him and stuff, he has a restaurant in Selma, Alabama that he owns. Once that incident happened, all the black folks, everybody who black that worked at that restaurant quit. And he had nothing but black workers working there. Once that incident happened, they rallied and said, we ain't working for this white man. And they quit. So he had no business. Nobody was going to go to the restaurant and eat. So he lost his whole business. So he's like, well, I'm finna sue that guy and I'm pressing charges and throwing him in jail. So they went after him. So when we were in Florida, they called Ben Crump. So Ben Crump is getting him a lawyer. Because they said even the people that arrested him in Montgomery was like, in Montgomery, Alabama, if somebody accuses you of something, they got to take you in and arraign you no matter what. They ain't gonna charge him with nothing, of course, because it's gonna be an uproar if they actually go through with the process. But he had to be arraigned because the guy pressed some charges or whatever. So now you accuse them of something, they come grab you. It's just the dumbest thing ever. But see, you can't, in certain areas, you can't mess around. You know, white folks know that. Because they depend on black people for their business and they support. Because they have businesses, but it's mostly black people that support it. So when you mess up like that, the brothers respond. And Damien is known, you know, like, they look at it, he black, y'all white, y'all did that. And you think you jumping on a black guy like that, and we finna work for you? Not in Alabama. That ain't finna ride. So they all quit. They're like, I'll go get a job somewhere else, but I ain't working for you. And all the black people said, we ain't going to that restaurant. Oh, he out of business. So they shut him down in Selma. So he was mad. He lost his business. Everything. He lost everything. So he's mad. So now he's just suing. He's just pressing charges for the assault. I wasn't going to press charges on the assault. But since they did that and y'all made me lose my business, I'm pressing charges. So that's how he is. So that's what's going on right now. So when I was in Florida, that's what was going on. So Ben Crump is trying to get him a lawyer. See, this is what the news ain't telling you. You gotta, like, you'll probably have to research to get all that information. I got all that on the telephone talking to my family. Because we was in Florida finna get ready for Thanksgiving and all of this was happening. So it was about to be an uproar. But I kept that off of YouTube. You know, I didn't want to bring all that into the thing in case I had to get down and go to jail. Like, we finna go brawl. We gonna drive down to Alabama and get down. It was finna go down. Y'all didn't even understand what was happening. Y'all had no idea what was happening and what was about to come down. I was like, if we finna have part 2, tell Damien, shoot, I'll go down there. We can throw down. I'll throw down with him. I ain't kidding. I was like, look, I wasn't here for the last brawl. I'm in Florida now. We'll drive down to Alabama. If and they want to kick it off, we gonna kick it off again. But now I'm here. Y'all needed a general, not a leader. I'd have led. I've been 3 men to the attack to the left, 4 over here. We need to set this up. We need a barricade here. We gonna draw them in the middle. And then we gonna suck them in. Then we close the door and we slaughter. I bet I'm finna come in like military style. It was finna go down if I get involved. I was like, man, they should have never told me something like that. I'm the last person you tell that news to. Yeah, so that is definitely blood in my veins. That's him. And that man's related to Gilbert Arenas as well. Gilbert is related to them. Damien and all them, he related to all them. Now Gilbert said he don't count that side of the family, but damn, they all from over there. So there's plenty of people out here that just don't understand the process of what other people go through in a day. And they don't understand business. They don't understand how things work. They don't understand the opportunities that other people get. And they think everything's supposed to be for them. But when people are just doing their jobs and then they get harassed or beat up just for doing their jobs, stuff like that's going to be a problem. Now, I don't speak for everybody in the world, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. When you look at it at the end of the day, it's kind of like what it is. You know, I hate to be surrounded by a bunch of people that didn't understand what it took to get to the next level. I never wanted to be one of the people that didn't understand what it took to get to the next plateau. And some people just, you know, they're doing their job, they're going through their everyday progressions in life, and then all of a sudden somebody comes and disturb that, and they become national news. You know, him being attacked on the news is becoming national attention. So everywhere he goes, you know, the whole town, the police department, everybody in Montgomery is like, look, we feel you. Like, we definitely don't want this, but they definitely press that, so we just got to bring him in, get him, you know, arraigned and all that, and we can go from there. But he's like, but, you know, none of this is going to stick. But Ben Crump's going to get him a lawyer, and that's just what it is. The white guy's mad because he's out of business. They put the white guy out of business. But he put himself out of business when he went over there and socked the black employee who was doing his job. And he had his boat in the wrong area while the boat is going to come in and dock. He was told to move it. He didn't want to move it. And then he came there and decided to start throwing punches. And they shut his whole business down. And he's mad because black people decided they wanted nothing to do with it. How you mad at black folks? That's what I don't get. What you mad at black folks for? You know what I'm saying? They wanted nothing to do with you. Because, I mean, that's a natural response to black people. That's a trigger. When they seeing black people getting hit and mistreated and beat on, man, that ain't gonna sit well with us, bruh. On no levels is that gonna sit well with us. No levels. So, you know, everybody can say what they want, but it is what it is. Yeah, man, it was pretty incredible, man. I didn't even know that was my family. All this time, did not know that was my family. That was out there fighting, getting jumped on. Never knew that person was my family. Until I went to Florida, and everybody talked as if, like, you didn't know? That's your cousin, that's Damien. I'm like Damien from Alabama? Like, Damien, I've seen Damien in about 20 years. So I'm just like, Damien? For real? I'm like, oh, snap. Just found out that was my cousin. But yeah, things is hot down there. So it's real hot. Anyway, man, I want to tell everybody, enjoy your holidays. Well, not enjoy your holidays. Like, we ain't got there yet, but we on our way. But needless to say, enjoy the day. All right, much love to everybody out there doing anything, repping hard. And I'm gonna holler at you, you know. Just wanted to keep y'all informed on what was really going on out there. The news ain't been telling y'all this since that weekend. They moved on other stuff. And that's when, you know, that's normally when the white folks attack. When they know ain't no more news around, no more press. And that's what's going on right now. So, absolutely. Shouts out to Kwame Brown Bus Life. Damn D Beefs, Mondo Black TV, Angela Stanton King,